me down. I don't know when we start. Oh, there we go. What's up, royalty? It's another day. It's another dollar. It's another beautiful week in the neighborhood of the Suburban Kings. That's what I like to say. Um, I hope you're all doing well. Um, Hi to my cohorts. Um, okay, with that, I'm just gonna be goofy this whole episode. I've been in a
Well,
good
you have
mood.
to introduce our guest.
No, you have to, because I don't know her.
Well,
Rachel.
now is
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
They're gonna dive into it, and all of a sudden they're gonna hear this strange voice that they've never heard before.
Oh no, I was just gonna do my normal randomness. And
It
then,
adds to the mystique of the guests that we're bringing on. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So Rachel, do us the honor, and who is this special someone that's on this week's episode of the Suburban Kings?
My special someone on the Valentine's Week episode of the Suburban Kings, Maddie Birch, my best friend. You might have heard me talk about her in our shenanigans quite a few times. That's Maddie. Welcome, Maddie.
Shit, let me just...
What's good with you, Maddie? How you looking?
How good, working from home. It's not ideal, but we're out here in Chicago, which is
That's true.
better than Elgin.
Fuck off. This is rude. This is just rude.
Maddie, how have you been during this whole COVID? Being stuck up in the apartment, I'm guessing?
Yeah, in the apartment, moved out during COVID, actually. So I moved to my first apartment during this and have never lived a normal life in Chicago. I moved to be closer to work, and now I work 5 feet away from my bed.
Facts. I remember there was like 3 weeks where I literally did not get out of my bed, and I would just be on my laptop, just be like, all right, this is where I'm working for the day. And then that just got so tired.
Yeah.
But, oh, huh? All right.
It's rough.
It is rough. Where are you located in Chicago, if you mind me asking?
I'm in Wrigleyville. I'm like,
okay.
Like a block away from the bleacher entrance.
Okay. Yeah. Austin used to live over there.
Right up over there. Long drives, Daisy. Long drives.
Man, back in the Disney, Charles. Wow. when we listened to the episode while we was driving, laughing our ass off, bro, that used to be funny.
It's true. I'm happy we ain't got to do that shit no more. Not to listen to the episode part, but
But anyways, this week on the episode, I felt like it'd be a very timely topic, right? Obviously, it's Valentine's Day. It's the day for couples. Oh, wait, let's not forget about Valentine's Day, the day before Valentine's Day. It's just a whole week full
What is Valentine's Day? And why didn't you let me and Rachel say what's up to the people, man?
Because it's fine.
I mean,
oh my God, they doing this because I got a Patriot jersey on with the goat on. I'm gonna get it out the way now.
Charles,
take this off. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. No, I'm gonna let y'all look at the goat for a little bit.
While Charles is basically shredding his black card, supporting Tom Brady. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna keep throwing jokes at Charles the whole time. Anyways, back to what I was saying, right, Rachel? I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
This Valentine's Day, we got a whole week full of love. So what better week than this week to talk about some LOVE, that love. I hope I spelled it right. Sometimes typos, even in my brain.
Yeah, we know.
So my thoughts behind this was, we could have like the typical, like, what is love or what it means, or practically speaking, more realistically, how does love look? What is love? I guess it's like kind of the same thing, like love markers. It's a very vague thing in my head, but I feel like we're gonna get there. In general, though, I want to ask everybody this. What is the first thing that comes to mind when you think about the word love?
I don't know. A lot of things, actually. I feel like a lot of things, like there's not just, for most people at least, I feel like this is a safe remark. There's not just like one thing that comes to mind, because love can take many different forms. It can be a romantic form of love. It can be a familial form of love, friendship. It can be loving a hobby or an activity or a sport. Like there's not just one thing I think in anyone's life that can represent love.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, then Rachel, let me follow up on that. With all that you just said, I feel like you're trying to say that love shouldn't be defined. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I mean, even if you think of love in one specific sense, so if we're just like a romantic form of love,
Correct.
you can't compare like your experience to another's experience because it's different. Like it manifests itself in different ways. People have different love languages. Like you can have there's just different types of love. There's no way that you can even compare a relationship that you have with one person with another person because it's different. Like I can't compare me and Cody to you and Tess because they're not comparable.
That's true. That's true. I like that. I like that because I feel like oftentimes I feel like when you think about love, right? Everybody tries to make it like quantifiable. And I'm like, it shouldn't be. If it's like you don't measure if you're alive or not, right? Like it's either a yes or no type of thing. Like if you love somebody, you love somebody. It's not something you can take back. And that's the weird thing. Like people think like, oh, if I don't say it or if I say it too soon, like I can take that back.
And you can't, that's like, you can't just stop loving someone either. Like you can still hate someone and absolutely love them. Like it's not easy.
Kind of like how I love football but hate Tom Brady.
Hey, hold on, wait a second. I think I was muted when I said it. I said the first word that comes to mind is commitment, just because whenever you love something, there's always going to be a commitment there for it. And to tie it all together, man, this picture right behind me, that's love. Look at this man holding this trophy. How many you got? 5 more rings than I got all right now.
We're not doing that.
I just play.
Both of you and Maddie and I will have this.
But tell me, hold on. Tell me this is not the definition of love right here. Can you deny it? His love for the game.
I mean, but
his ultimate goal. Tom Brady might love football more than he loves his wife.
I think he will.
That's sad.
Think about that.
That's sad.
Maddie.
Yeah, go ahead, Maddie.
Yeah, say it again, Maddie. You cut out.
Then I think he loves kissing his sons on the mouth.
With no mask on. I've never seen Tom Brady the whole entire playoff.
This was before. What the fuck? This was before COVID. Talk about no mask on. What are you doing?
No, like at the game on Sunday after
at the game. Thank you,
kids on the mouth.
Bro. That's a y'all issue. That ain't me and Daisy issue. Y'all gotta chalk that up with y'all community, bro. Let's keep that real. Stop.
The white people thing. That's a fucked up, creepy thing to do.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I'm just saying. We ain't gotta make it into that. But.
Hold on, Rachel. So you're telling me it is wrong to kiss your children on the mouth?
It's creepy.
No. What? Hell no, I'm not buying that. I used to kiss my mom on the mouth almost until the time I was like 10 years old.
Like a peck. A peck.
Yes, a peck. Correct.
Not a Tom Brady style.
This was not a peck. It wasn't like a Brady.
I know why you hate Tom Brady, Daisy. Oh, he's just you in white skin. It's hilarious.
Is he like making out with his son or something? Like, what's going on?
No, he's not making out with his son. They're just over exaggerating. It's funny for the memes though. I can't lie. I can't deny that's just funny as hell.
He is OC though, but like, I mean, what you gonna do, man? Sometimes I feel like you forget.
Move on to another topic.
I mean, Birdman kissed Lil Wayne on the lips, and y'all still love that, man.
Yeah, but they was just talking about like because he was playing with
another consenting adult is different than kissing your children.
How long has Birdman been doing that to Lil Wayne though? That's the real question. Anyways, let's move on to different topics.
Yeah. No,
let's get back into the love realm.
The next time it comes up,
make jokes.
I will say.
I mean, that's fine.
You gotta let the jokes fly.
I gotta let.
Yeah, you gotta
people get this content.
This is a week about love.
You're right. So
isn't love just one big giant joke, anyways? God.
With each other in this podcast, in this area, in this space that we set up for ourselves.
You're right. You're supposed to be loving on people, right?
That's probably why I'm signal.
But let me push this your way, Maddie, Rachel. Since for the man who doesn't know about these holidays, such as Valentine's Day. Can you please explain that to some of us less educated folks? Some of us lesser evolved men, because I'm in that group. So please explain to me what phenomenon is this?
Maddie, do you want to speak?
I mean, when I think of Valentine's Day, I think of Parks and Recreation first of all. But did it originate from that? I feel like people.
I feel like it did.
I feel like it was a low key thing, but Parks and Rec brought it the respect and reputation.
This is just another holiday. People were just like, "Oh my God, it's this day now!" Like I ain't never heard Valentine's Day my whole life.
Let me.
I was about to say.
I'm just asking.
Valentine's Day is a time. So Valentine's Day. We're not going to get into the politics. But Valentine's Day is a very romantic holiday. It's about celebrating the romantic.
Wait, hold on. Did you say you don't want to get into the politics? We're gonna have to.
Also, it could just be like buy candy and card companies as another way to make money, like blah blah whatever.
Oh, okay, got you.
But I'm saying like Valentine's Day is about celebrating the romantic love that you have in your life and your relationships with one another. Valentine's Day is a way to appreciate the love that you have with your friends. So it was originally for women, but I mean, even men can celebrate Valentine's Day. It's just appreciating and showing your love and affection to your friends and the women in your life.
But do you have to be single to celebrate it?
No, because I mean, Leslie Knope was celebrating Valentine's Day with her husband, and like, you don't have to be single to celebrate Valentine's Day.
I was about to say they got us again.
Single women that participate in it, because it's a way to be involved in Valentine's Day without having to rely on a relationship to do it.
Can I make an argument right now?
Go ahead, Charles.
When it comes to Valentine's Day and Galentine's, shouldn't we be showing the people that we love this shit all the time? Like, why does it have to be one specific day? We have to go out of our ways to do something we already do all the time.
But you can say the same thing for Christmas and Thanksgiving. It's just a day of it's an honorable day. You do it from a remembrance. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like an extra day to go balls to the wall.
Yeah.
To go above and beyond.
Yeah, but even then, sometimes I feel like with Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day, I feel like it kind of like it gets over. People overdo it, right? You do too much. You do extra, and a lot of the times I'm like, okay, so like, is this supposed to make up for like you being trash the first 6 months of our relationship, or is this supposed to make up you screwing me and leaving me out to dry as a friend? Like, no, you don't do big gestures just to make up for all the shit you used to do. And I also just don't like the fact that like, it seems like more and more people are doing stuff so that like, oh, I could put this on my story. Oh, I'm personally
no camera, nothing.
Boy, you need a real intimate. I'm talking about you don't need nothing. You could put the phone away for a whole day. You feel me? A whole night. It's gonna be meals. It's gonna be candles. It's gonna be good R&B music. You're gonna catch a vibe. But this is just me. Don't let me get in my romantic.
R&B thug. Y'all forgot.
I got it. I got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to jet off. But that's just me. I like the secluded. I like the privacy. I like that intimacy because that is like what's going to be very memorable. Not like, oh my God, he put 1,000 rose petals that spelled out my name with a big heart and chocolate, and then he bought me all these gifts, and then you show everybody on IG. Me, I might do something. I write the letters. I do a lot of romance and schmance. I hate to say it because sometimes I try to act so hard, but I'll be in my little writer's desk, and I'll be like, oh, the ways that I feel about the, what I'm saying, stuff like that. But that's me, Yeah. I feel like that's what Valentine's Day is about, or love in general, right? Because it's just not one day, right? Because what I've been learning as I've gotten older is that you can't expect things to always be like a switch, right? Like, for instance, I'm a very direct person, but I'm a very like, oh, I'll be joking with you the 1 minute, and then the next minute I'm like, all right, you need to get your stuff together and do this, right? So as I learn about my girlfriend, right, I can't be doing that. I can't be doing that because the communication and the language, I'm not even communicating like body language. Like, sometimes I feel like you should know that I'm about to turn on the switch, turn it off. but it's more like I have to keep it at a level and then gradually get to it, if that makes sense. That's something that I've been learning because sometimes I'll be too harsh. I'm not gonna lie.
Slowly build it, and you got to ease them into it. You can't just throw them in the deep end and be like, "Well, deal with it."
Mm-hmm. But I'd be like, "Well, deal with it," and then I wonder why I get into half of the stuff I get into. It's my own fault. It's my own fault.
It'd be like that.
It's my own fault. All right. Well, I guess I have to ask, when is the youngest time that y'all ever felt like y'all were in love? I'm gonna be talking like this the whole entire episode, by the way.
No, I know.
Oh man.
How old was I? I think I was
And
15.
15, so you're a sophomore year?
Yeah, sophomore.
Freshman, sophomore.
So a crush doesn't count, like your first crush?
No, love.
We don't have to count that. So love, okay. Probably when I was like 18, out of high school. I think that's the first time I thought I like fucking love someone.
Maddie?
I was gonna say like 15, I think, but at that point when I was 15, I was already dating this guy for 2 years, which sounds so gross now.
Savage.
I don't know.
But like at the time, like
maybe it took you 2 years to finally admit to yourself, like, okay, yeah, I think I love this guy.
No, but like I
it sounds a lot worse when you say it like the other way.
As a 15-year-old, I don't know, Rachel, maybe you can speak on this too. Like, did we know what love was at 15 in terms of a significant other?
But yeah, see, I was gonna say that's the thing. Like when I was like talking earlier about like different kinds of love, like that's the love that we felt at that age. And it was very different than the love that we can feel in relationships when we're 18 or when we're 20, 22, 25. Like it evolved. So like it was very frustrating in high school, and I'm sure you probably experienced this too, Maddie, is being in a relationship with someone and feeling in love. People would try and invalidate that a lot and say that you're like, oh, you're young, you don't know what you're talking about, like you're not in love, like you're gonna date a million people, like you don't, like strangers, people you care about, family members, you don't get to invalidate what I'm feeling, because what I'm feeling is very real for me. And that's, I always found that just like very rude and hurtful and offensive when people would tell me like I didn't know what I was talking about, because what I felt was real and it was love. It's just a different kind of love at that point in time in your life.
It's almost like you only know what you understand, right? So you can't tell me, you can't tell me otherwise. But I think back and I'm like, well, for me personally, I feel like I was late to the love game because I feel like I didn't know what it was. But you know, I'm young.
Both, man. You and me both.
I was later than 18. I was gonna say like 21, 22, maybe even 20, 24, 25. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like it was just in my 20s sometimes. I don't really remember. I was gonna say, like, now looking back on it, like, you know, when you be thinking of your relationships or stuff like that, I'd be like, I don't know if I was really in love. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at like people who've been married for like 10 plus years or like a decade, and I'm like, y'all still mess with each other.
Yeah, but it's different because
like our parents.
For someone, and the 10th year of your relationship can be different than your 10th year of your relationship.
Okay, but I'm asking you straight up. Was that love though? You know,
that
you could have the
was the first love, yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of agreeing with Deji here. Like, was that love when we were 15?
Yeah, that's what I think.
I wanted to get into that. I wanted to say it's just like that type of love is like we've been so brainwashed by all these Disney fairy tale movies and stuff. So when the first instance of seeing that, then you just kind of think it's love, but it's not.
Well, see, that's also what I was talking about 5 minutes ago when you're invalidating what other people are feeling. Because like, I 100%, yeah, at 15, 16, I was in love, 100%. It's a different kind of love than I have with Cody right now, but it was very strong romantic feelings for someone that I cared really deeply about.
But why is love?
I understand what?
Why is love always attached with a romantic feeling, right? So like,
it's always attached with a.
But I feel like that's like.
What is a platonic relationship then?
No. Go ahead.
Romantic feeling.
It's different than loving someone is different than being in love with someone.
But you're in a relationship, right? So when you're 15, to say that you love somebody, right? You have to remember that at that time, right, you're saying that word, because love is a heavy ass word, right? We always make it sound so light and fluffy, but love is actually to sacrifice and to compromise and to be compassionate for another person, right? As well as all the romantic feelings, as well as being a friend, as well as being non-judgmental and all these other things. It's a multi-layered type of thing. So at that age of 15, were you ready to actually like take on all this person's strife and grief and like I don't know. The only reason why I say that, like, I wasn't in love. I wasn't like I can say it, like, if I was ever in a relationship or messing with somebody and I thought it might have been love, it's not love, bro, because I don't even know personally. I wasn't even cognitive enough to know what the hell was going on with myself. Like, really, I was just like, okay, I'm mad one day, I'm happy the next day. All right, I'm about to play football. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do whatever I want to do. I was a young ass dude. Like,
yeah. So I mean, sorry, Maddie, go.
I have like a middle of the road kind of opinion, like in agreement with both of you guys. Because like, yeah, at 15, I was like in love, but then like, my next relationship, like at 18, I was like, oh shit, like, okay, was I really in love at 15? Because I think now. But then same thing, when I was like 22, like, I'm like, oh wait, was that even love when I was 18? Because like, it's stronger now. Like,
so that maybe to Rachel's point, it is still love. It's just like wine, right? You mature over time, so that taste and that palate, it gets refined, and then you'd be like, that was good.
Yes, it's
like
that's what I mean when it's like
it.
a different kind of
it.
love.
Yeah. Okay,
like,
I got you.
Because
child, like,
yeah.
love.
Like what I felt was very like a very strong romantic feeling for someone that I truly cared about and I wanted the best for and wanted the best for me. Like, I'm not gonna invalidate that and say like, oh, I wasn't in love because what I have with Cody is different than what that was. Like, no, like I truly and deeply cared about that person. Like, that was as much as I could have loved someone at 15 and 16, I did. It's just my capacity for love and my understanding of love has grown since then. And it should. Like, your capacity and understanding of empathy and like truth and being a good friend and being a good significant other is and should be different at 25, 26 than it was at 15 or 16. So I'm not going to invalidate like what I felt at that age because I've grown since then. Like, no, I was 100% in love at 15 and 16.
I was gonna say that's good that you do that, because most people would tend to just throw away the things you're talking about and throw them out the window like it's nothing. But instead, you choose to acknowledge it, keep it there, and just use that as experience as you find other loves, as you find more love as you get older.
Yeah, like, it's very healthy. It's very healthy, and you're very emotionally mature. If
good
you
practice.
All right, so then let me just start to get really wild with it, right? So, Rachel, you said that at the age of 15. You felt this strong love. Can I ask if you were having sex at the time? All right, we could. Okay, we'll take that. I was gonna say, I'll take that as a yes. Okay, so now follow-up question. Do you think that because you were having sex at the time, and honestly, we don't have to keep sticking in the age. We all grown, so like sex is sex. Do you think that sex plays a part as you're trying to fall in love with somebody?
Yes and no. Like, the way that sex plays a role in love and relationships now is different than personally I viewed it at 15 or 16. Like, we're all at the same age, but we all were at different stages in our life. I feel like I did not share that part of myself with that person until I was already sure that I loved them. I wanted to let them in my life in that way. So it wasn't like, straight out the gate, like we're having sex. And then I was like, I'm in love with this guy. Like, I wanted to wait until I really felt that I was connected to this person and that I truly trusted them and that they appreciated me and trusted me and liked me for who I was without putting that into the mix.
Okay.
But I think it definitely has like sex definitely plays a role in love because that's a way to show your love for someone. Like, yes, it can and 100% it should be about like your pleasure, and it's just about biology at some point. Like, it just comes down to that, and it doesn't have to be connected to love, but to be able to show someone like that side of yourself and be truly vulnerable with them, I think plays a part. And you don't find a lot of successful romantic relationships without some sort of physical chemistry.
Okay, I'm hearing that.
Wait, that was beautiful, Rachel. I just want to say that before I say what I was going to say. But Deji, I just wanted to compliment you on matching the hoodie with the casting couch in the background. I just wanted to say that.
Hey man, I appreciate you, man. You know, I didn't do this. I
just noticed that right now. I was like, what's the guy on the casting couch right now?
I call this look. I call this look COVID month 9 or something. But Rachel,
I was gonna say you look like Frozone.
Every time. Okay.
Sorry,
So
anyway.
Actually,
fuck, my Funko Pops fell again.
I liked what you said, Rachel, but I feel like I just have to push a little bit, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be the show if you didn't.
So you were you connected with this person, and anybody, Maddie, I feel free to chime in because, you know, I'm always interested to hear, because, you know, as guys, it's all about the cookie, quote unquote, right?
The cookie. Oh my God.
It's like you're trying to keep that jar on. It's like you're trying to keep that lid on the jar. You feel me? Anyways. So how do you explain people who wait till marriage to have sex? Because I'm not saying that y'all have. I'm not saying y'all have to, right? But like you yourself said, it's a part of the relationship. But other people wait until, and it could be 3, 2, a year and a half, sometimes as long as 7, 10 years, completely celibate. How do we explain that? How do we understand that type of love?
I feel like the people that typically wait, and this is just a generalization, I'm sure there's research and I just don't know about it. I feel like typically the people that wait until marriage usually do so for religious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not a religious person by any means. Like Maddie can fucking attest to that shit. It's just like remaining like as pure as possible until you're with the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with.
I feel like they have like a whole other separate love for like a higher being that, speaking specifically, me and Rachel do not have. Like that's not a part of life for us. So I feel like if you're like waiting till marriage, you're like, well, I love God so much. That plays a part into it.
No, it definitely does. I also feel like
one word for you, Deji: wholesome. That's all I can say. I'm gonna leave it on that, just so
wholesome.
I don't have to deal with the backlash you're gonna have after that.
What does that mean?
Because, you know, Charles always likes to come at me because I'm Christian, you know, and I'm a religious.
No, but I'm saying you should understand. If you're a part of the community, you should understand this.
Of course. But I always look at it from the standpoint of like outside of religion, because I also think people's culture play a lot into it. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, imagine you coming from the Middle East where like they stone you if you show too much skin. You're not going to want to jump into bed with nobody. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So like I always think about stuff like that. And I always think it's really interesting because, you know, when you look at Western civilization, like for whatever reason, we taboo sex, but then like we have sex crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're so quick to like demonize people, but we'll be the same person in the sheets doing wild stuff, right? Like how many times you hear about a CEO who's into BDSM or who begin
like
dominating,
who like getting shit on,
right? Or
hey, shout out to Odell Beckham.
Or NBA players that like to get pegged. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's weird, right? But like the same token, you're still doing it, but you'll demonize somebody else. So I just think it's always interesting to hear about that stuff. Okay. So then what's the longest time you waited to have sex in a relationship? I should say, when's the longest? Actually, no, better question is, when was the first time in the best relationship or in any relationship that you felt like you were making love?
That's a hard question.
It's a more appropriate question.
It's the more.
It's different on every relationship because like
Okay.
I feel like my first relationship was just a very like cliche, like it was a high school love. He was my first love. Like
Okay. But Rachel,
it
making
was
love is different.
but it's different than like
No,
the
no.
first time I made. Okay, but what I'm saying is the
Okay,
first time
gotcha.
I made love was different in a relationship where I was learning what love is, as opposed to the relationship that I'm currently in. The first time we made love might have been like way quicker, and it would have been different, and it would have been like I don't know, like it's not comfortable for me in my mind, at least, because it's again, it's like a different kind and form of love.
Wait.
Okay.
Can we rephrase the question? What is it?
Yeah.
Let me rephrase it like this. Instead of getting your back broken, when was you making those slow, soft strokes, him caressing your hair, him just riding to the wave of the beat,
It's just too
kissing you
descriptive
on
right
your
now.
neck,
That's enough.
It's
kissing
just
you
too
on your
descriptive.
lips, touching your body up, bro. I don't, royalty. I really don't be doing this. You know, I be
Yeah.
chilling, bro. I really am not in that bag. You know, I'm very, like Charles said,
Oh wow.
I'm very wholesome.
I don't know exactly like the timeline of, like in my first relationship, but it probably like the first few times, you know, we're just trying to figure out what the fuck we were doing. But it probably came relatively soon after. But my current relationship, it was I feel like very quick. Everything happened very quickly in me and Cody and my relationship. Like we started dating and then like straight up, I'm not even gonna like lie. Like within a month we had told each other that we loved each other and like truly meant it and believed it. And by that point we had definitely made love. Like at the beginning, like, yeah, it was just like really, there's not like a really like nice romantic way to say it. Like we're really just like attracted to each other and we're just like exploring that attraction, but it definitely evolved into love, but probably within the first month. Whereas my other relationship, we had been together for 6 or 7 months before we even had sex. And then again, it was trying to figure it out, but I'm sure it came within the next few months. So it was probably like within 3 to 4 months of the relationship that I feel like I was truly like making love with that person. But again, that's kind of just, it depends on the type of love that you're in. It's just going to be different in every relationship.
Rachel's out here.
She's giving us a read.
She's giving us, Lily giving us a read right now. I just want y'all to feel that. Feel that, what she said.
I want to talk about.
This is, you feel that? You know what I'm saying? Just feel it. You know, royalty, let me just take a second.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Hey,
wait. Come on, man.
And we could ride the boogie. Anyways, wow.
That was a totally different freaking song. That's crazy, bro.
Welcome to my life.
It's the same wave, Charles.
But I was singing though, like that's Lion King. You just gonna take it there. Try to sing Mike, even though you know you can get your voice that high. Don't.
Tonight, it can be so true.
Constantly. This is what I do.
Oh my god. Oh man. Oh my god.
The singing I support, man. God damn it.
Okay, so let's get a little. Now I feel like we need to get a little cheesy.
Well, that's my shit right there. I'm in.
I'm not a cheesy person, but like, what's the thing that makes love it for all of y'all? Like the feeling, you know what I'm saying? What's that thing that like when you feel love, you just feel like, ooh, this that splat.
The feeling you get when you get that text from someone you've been waiting to text you, and you just kind of giggle because it's like an inside joke that like you guys have going on. I don't know. I kind of like that. That is mad cheesy. That's mad cheesy, but that's just me.
Cheesy right there, school.
I'm not cheesy though. Like that. that brings joy to my heart. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking text like that. Deji, what is yours? Nah, fuck that. You go next. You talking all this shit. Nah, we got to hear yours now.
Mine is, I feel like it's not going to be cheesy. Mine is like a very like grounded thing. So like when I feel in love or I'm around people that I feel that are love me, I feel very grounded. I feel very at peace. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like this real, it's like a real confidence that I feel, right? So like I don't question it. I just walk in that confidence and I mind my own business. So that's why I said
that was the most
cheesy.
Tom Brady answer you could have gave us for this subject.
First of all, his dad is his hero. That I respect. You know what? Any man that looks up to his father, salute to you, my sir.
No, I'm just saying, like, that was like clean cut, no shock value, nothing, no.
Yeah, because mine's like, I mean, if I had to think about the most cheesiest thing, right? Love makes me feel. It makes me feel like what's the dude off of Hitch? That's what I'd be doing. I'd be doing my 1-2 step most of the time.
All right, Maddie.
The toothpick.
The toothpick?
That was, I mean, oh my God.
Toothpick. What the fuck was
the Q-tip?
The Q-tip.
You said the toothpick.
That's why I just stay in my box. You see, I stay in my box.
Okay, wait. I want to hear what Maddie's is.
I don't know. I feel like I haven't experienced it yet as an adult because I feel like the closest thing I've gotten to that was like my last relationship I was in when I was 22. I hate that Rachel knows who I'm talking about. And we were like on a time like limit. Like I was graduating and we knew like we weren't gonna end after that. So I was just like super excited to be with this person all the time. But like we never got to explore that further. So I'm like, is that like, oh, I'm in love? Or was that just I was really excited for like 2 months? Like I don't think I've experienced it. Like I liked being around like a couple of my exes, like, and they were friends with all my friends and stuff, but like that's not an adult relationship. Like I haven't experienced like living with someone or like I don't know, coming into like financial kind of shit with a significant other, which I know is like getting way too real, but like
no,
honestly I'm about to say it. I like you, Maddie. Shit, can we? She said talk about finance. Yes, you love me. Let's talk about this bread, yo. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
It's important. I feel like a lot of like divorces end up happening because of like financial things, like troubles. Exactly. Like you have to fully trust that person. And I feel like talking about finances is like a huge thing. I'm just like honing in on this subject. That's not the only thing that like is like, oh, I'm in love because we share a bank account. Like
fine. Let them know because it's important.
You getting a prenup though? That's my real question.
Why would I get a prenup? I ain't got no money. I'm broke.
Good answer.
Oh Lord. If they have a credit score lower than 600.
Lower than 600, gasp.
I'm trying to make the pool big enough, you know. I feel like, you know, let's not go down that road. But you know what Maddie said. If you love me, let's talk about this bread.
About everything. And I feel like I've only been in like immature relationships because I was 22 or younger.
Yeah, and I get that. I feel like society rushes us to find love. And a lot of the times I feel like we need to take time and we need to take it. We need to not rush it, right? For me personally. Because you know, you could be 35, you could be 96 and find the best love of your life. I love those stories where I hear about an old couple who met at the senior living facilities. They ended up having some tapioca pudding together and they ended up playing checkers and go on a walk around.
Where do you hear these stories at, bro?
Charles, I hear about these stories. There's a reason why.
I'm asking you personally where your sources for.
I read a lot of articles, bro. Google.
I would like to enjoy reading those too. I'm just saying.
I got you. Literally, if you go on Google, you start typing in stuff. It literally, you know, the algorithm. It just starts sending.
That's so true. Before you know it, you're scrolling through IG or Facebook or something. One of those things pops up. You're right.
But I like that though, bro. Because if you still hunting and searching for love at 96, you know what that means? You are probably a loving individual your whole entire life, and that just feels so good to me. It really does. I mean, can't you imagine being? I mean. Me, I'll be a OG, you know, but I have my cane. I have
OG with the nice tracksuit on, a nice walk. Come on, man.
With the Sherlock Holmes hat? You know what I'm saying?
The Sherlock.
I'll be loving every second of it. Wrinkles and all. It don't matter. I feel like
man.
I feel more, and the more and more I get older, right? I used to be so hardened and so like jaded, but like, yeah, love is a fun thing, you know? And I feel like for me, the older I get, the less cynical I get. Like it's weird. I don't know what. Before I used to be so cynical. Like I used to be like, bro, let's throw that away. We here for the right now, not for the.
We were in the jade. We was in the jaded bag days. We just gotta say it, man.
No, we were in the we were on the
toxic bag. We subscribed to the future Bible, man. That's what we was on.
No, I wouldn't even say that. We grew up on Chief Keef and Lil B. Think about that.
I didn't grow up on Lil B. Y'all grew up on Lil B. I didn't grow up on Lil B. The only song I like by Lil B is Wonton Soup. Everything else is trash.
Woo, woo.
It's the only good song bro got. But anyways.
All right, so let me ask y'all, how do you feel about love? Do you feel like you become more of a cynic, or do you feel like you've become more of a hopeless romantic? Or is it a healthy medium?
Somewhere in the middle, I would say. I mean, being in what I would call a successful relationship, I would say, like, I wouldn't say that I'm a hopeless romantic. Like, I've never, like, I don't really believe in love at first sight. And do I think that there's a perfect soulmate out there for everyone? Probably not. But that doesn't mean that I'm like,
look, you say that
you can only love yourself. Like, fuck everyone else. Like, no, I'm probably somewhere off in the middle, because I mean, understanding love and being in love is also knowing that it's not going to be easy every single day. You can't just expect love to happen and carry you through everything. There's going to be really difficult times that you're going to have to get through. And it takes like work and dedication and partnership to be able to do something like that. And you can't do that blindly, just hoping that love will get you through to the other side. But you also can't do that while only looking out for yourself. It has to, I think it just like kind of has to be somewhere off in the middle.
Hey, Rachel, do me a favor. I need you to start writing all this down and
start tweeting these. Start tweeting these. Save them. Save them as drafts so we can just let them all out, man.
You know what I'm saying? Get your little journal, and then you could call it Love, Tough Shit.
The RBZ edition.
By Rachel.
Come on, man.
Stone Breaker. I like that.
How to Love by RBZ. Come on, man.
No, it got to be love, tough shit, because that's how Rachel talks. You got to think about how Rachel talks, bro. She would say shit. It would be tough shit.
Probably.
Thank you. Head nod. Look at me paying attention to my friends. Anyways, let's go back to the conversation. I want to hear from the single people, because I feel like, you know, it's easy for people to talk in the relationships.
Yeah, you guys are pretty much.
Maddie, Charles, I guess I have to ask y'all.
I think I'm somewhere off in the middle. I mean, before I was more. I was never the hopeless romantic type. So, what was the other word you said? Because I'm not like really familiar with all. I said I can never be that like fuck everyone, all I need is myself type of person. Yeah, I think I'm off in the middle, but probably closer towards the other end though, because I don't like to blindly jump into love.
That's good.
And just bet everything else on someone else giving me happiness. I guess that's why I'm still single, but you know, it'd be like that. It'd be like that.
Funny thing is, when you get it, man, you're gonna be like, this is why I waited. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to.
True.
It's hard. It takes a lot of energy to be in a relationship, man. It takes a lot, and I'm not talking about like, I'm not talking about like physical energy. I'm talking about like mental, like just being adept, bro. Like
the mental stress,
bro. Just think about a text message, and you could just be like, damn, she ain't put
when you spend 10 minutes. 10 minutes
trying
to read someone's text and fucking
decrypt stop coming at me. Oh, stop coming at me.
No, I'm saying that's how you know that's a different mental level that you got to deal with when it comes to shit, man.
When I know it's hard for me because I say LOL after everything, but that's kind of why I do it.
You gotta stop doing that, man.
I do it. I do it to keep the
It does make it hard to read like how you actually feel about a situation. I'm like, is he like joking or is he actually mad? Like,
I read every text Deji sends in his own voice and how he would say it in real life. I'm just like this SOB
no, I
right
remember
now.
He, like read a text and Cody had no idea what Deji said. And I was like, oh, he said this. Cody's like, how the fuck did you understand that? I was like,
bro,
learn.
I don't know how you guys do it. I bless you guys because I don't know how you do it, bro. I'd be telling anybody who knows how to decipher Deji.
I feel like I've even read like Maddie some of your text messages. I'm like, what? This is what he just said. Like, this makes zero sense.
Wait, let's go. Hey, hold on. That's got to be a new segment on the show. We just read off text from Deji.
Okay, that's fine. You can make a fool. You can make a fool.
Yo,
don't care. Don't care. Maddie, how about you?
Yeah, let's hear from our special guest.
I don't know. Yeah, kind of to echo everyone. I think somewhere in the middle. I don't know. I wasn't like in consistent relationships for 10 years, which is unfortunate. And now I've been single for like 3. And I'm not really looking for someone because I was in relationships for 10 years. But I'm definitely not like, I'm gonna go to the bar and like I'm not gonna talk to anyone. Like no one come up to me. Like if someone comes up and talks to me, I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, like awesome. If we fall in love, that's fucking sick. Like what a great story. But
I really see how you and Rachel are friends. I really see it.
Oh my god, this fucking guy, man.
Yeah,
I see it like I see it like the back of my hand. Okay, well, I gotta ask the single people again, right? So how has, because to Maddie's point, she said she's not really looking, but like how has it been like those first few months when you're dating somebody, you really just trying to catch the vibe, and then like you potentially could have that moment where you're like, is it getting there, or is it like, should I just cut it? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you know like this is going to be more serious than it actually is going to be?
That answer is easy and simple for me. When it comes to making that deciding factor, I always choose the fuckboy route and just be like, you're better off with someone else. You know what I'm saying?
Charles, you're still on your journey. That's
gotta be true. I just gotta keep it real. I'm afraid to love someone, yo. I just don't want to fucking put the dedication out there like that. So
that's a good
cut it off real quick. It's not you, it's me. And it's not to be cheesy or nothing. Like, I know it sounds mad fuckboyish, but it is what it is. It's just what it is.
Charles says, I'm making a calculated decision. Love or my sanity, basically, is what you're saying.
I plead the fifth.
Oh, Lord. Maddie, how about you?
I don't know. I can't speak because I live in Chicago and it's COVID times now, so I can't really like do anything. But in terms of college, I knew I wanted to be in a relationship with someone when I wanted to hang out with them, other than just going to the bar and coming back home with them. Once I'm hanging out with you during the day, then it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's
I guess I like.
Oh.
That's God code on everything. When you don't get in the picture, you be like, oh, hold up. You're not there yet. You're not there yet.
Somebody see someone with a camera phone out, you look the other way.
It's like you start hanging out with this person so much, like on accident, and then you just make eye contact one day and you're like, girlfriend, whatever. It's like, fine. Like, you're just at that point where you hang out so much and it's more than just sleeping together.
That's an important point. Like, you can either, it's literally a pitchfork road. Like, you can either go this way or that way. And
yeah, but you guys both said it. It's just like an investment of time. For Charles, you'd be like, I don't want to invest. But for Maddie, she'd be like, well, if I make that investment.
It's not that I don't want to invest. It's that I'm too scared myself to invest. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I told you, you're still on your journey, sir. That's what it is.
That is true.
It took Naruto how long to get with Hinata?
About 700 episodes.
All right, there you go.
Maybe more, maybe like 8 or 9 of that.
And those 700 episodes, how many seasons is that? Maybe like
a lot.
Yeah, how many years? maybe like 4 or 5.
I
maybe
think
6.
it was 15 years. I want to say.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, god.
Oh my god! This fucking guy.
Austin would say, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
I wish Austin was actually here for this episode.
Right.
Shout out to
He'd
White
be-
Man.
He'd be very
But,
sappy because you know he thinks he's so hardened and jaded, and I'd be like, bro, shut
but-
Oh
up.
no, Austin's so fun.
Don't you hate when we gotta have a guy talk? Don't you hate when your homie just be fucking down over a girl and you gotta deal with that shit? Like I just had to throw that out there, man.
I would say I used to
You
be
be
like that.
you still stressing over that? Like
Wait,
Nah.
Maddie was talking. Wait, Maddie, go. Wait, what'd you say?
fuck.
Girls feel the same way. My God, like stop.
Yo, I just had to.
Hey,
I mean,
but you
okay,
got-
so when you're the friend who has to deal with your friend being jaded over someone, that shit is rough.
yeah, but you got to be
But
that.
we do it because we LOVE, y'all.
Yes,
I just want y'all to
I've
know
been
that.
that friend, and I've also been the friend who's there to support. You know, you just got to be there, man. It takes time. You know what I'm saying? Get over a breakup or a split or just a thing ending. You know, you stop having sex with your friend with benefits. It's tough. You
Oh,
down
man.
bad. You down bad. No matter what you want to
Nah.
say.
FBW, man, that's the sad day. You got to pour one out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to pour one out.
To the real ones.
For real.
Like,
For real.
I feel like I've been asking all the questions. Y'all got any questions? Because I have more, but you know, I
I don't have
I don't
a
wanna be
single
selfish.
question about love.
I don't want to be selfish.
I don't have
No,
a
it's
single
okay.
question.
Like the only, because I know this kind of got triggered by like Austin saying like he and Kate are moving in together. So like that's really cool. But that should also be talked about on another episode because he's like going through it.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, he most certainly is. He most certainly is.
This would have been a 5-hour episode if my man Austin was here, man.
Oh, I mean, I have
Great content.
so many thoughts on love and relationships and friendships. Like I am more than happy to keep talking.
Oh, as do I. I could talk about this stuff all day.
We
I
got to
love-
do a deep dive on the difference between a friendship relationship with someone and an actual loving relationship. But it's too late for all that now.
I like that. But we don't have to talk. Right now, we're focusing on the day of love, which is February 14th, Valentine's Day.
15th.
Oh, wait. Hold up. Before I go any further, how could I go on this mother effing podcast and not say happy birthday to Sword Kage? Yesterday was your birthday.
Oh
man.
yeah.
Happy birthday.
See,
Happy
I didn't even want
birthday.
anyone to mention it because I'm on the other side of 25 now, so I'm just like,
Why?
just
Bro,
leave
it's
it
a
alone.
beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
I'm obviously blessed to still be here. You know what I'm saying? Made it here 26 years on this planet that we're all on, this giant rock. But at the same time, like after a certain while, it's just like birthdays is just like, I don't really care about.
Yeah, I feel that. I really do.
Just
But
gotta wake
Charles-
up and be blessed to have all the people that are around you who are here for you every
But
birthday,
Charles-
and that's really it. What's up?
You are the Kage of the village hidden in the streams.
That's
You gotta
true.
realize this is a celebration. And I've started to realize this, and it took my sister really talking to me about it. The reason why birthdays are important is not because it's the day you came into the world, but just think about you made it through another year. Like every
Yeah.
up and down you went through, you took that in stride and you made it to another year. That's an accomplishment.
That's how I've been kind of looking at it ever since 21. Even though I kind of just say all this shit like, oh, I don't want to count my age anymore, but you always got to stay humble and blessed that you made through a whole nother year of just
Man,
living on this rock.
man, ain't nothing else but to do it, but the whatever. Anyways, let me get my legs crossed so I can get in the real love doctor. The
I'm
real love doctor.
It's the Sword Kage logging off. I'll see y'all later. No, I'm just playing.
So we've talked about
Oh, man, it's wilding right now.
we've talked about sex. We've talked about dating. We even talked about communication. But when do you really know that you love somebody? Is when you can stand to be around their bodily functions. Yep. I said it. When have
so excited.
I'll go to the bathroom. I'll really be right back. Jesus Christ.
and I'm saying this
Y'all
not-
have fun with
both
it. I'll answer last.
both in a romantic or familial, or friendship-based relationship. To all my friends that have been around me as I farted, y'all are some real ones. to my girlfriend, who has dealt with me when I have not been at my best, when my lactose has been at an all-time high, and I've been in the bathroom almost the whole entire day. Shouts out to you.
Amazing.
But I guess I would throw that question out. When were you like, oh, you're lucky I love you, because their bodily function that they just did was so gross that if you didn't, you might just disown them as a person?
Well, I feel like when I really got into college, so when we were like probably like 19, I would say, because anyone who knows my mom, shout out to Barb, who's probably listening to this, like, you don't burp in front of anyone, even your family. You don't fart in front of anyone. Like, it's like, you don't talk about anything. You just quietly, you go off and you do it. You excuse yourself, like this. But when I got to be like 18, 19, I was like, everyone fucking does this. Like, it's a normal bodily function to burp and to fart and to pee and have shits. And you know what? Like, they're not always going to be regular. Like, sometimes they're going to be terrible. Like, so like, I got to the point, even just with my friendships, where I was like, why am I going to like try and be like super like sneaky and graceful? Like, excuse me, like I have to run to the bathroom. I was like, no, man, I got to take a shit. Like, you know why? Because no one gives a fuck. Everyone does it. Like, there's nothing to be shameful about. It's like, I'm going to do it. It just matters if you're okay with being here for it or not. Like, the first time, and I don't ever, especially like with Cody in a romantic relationship, I don't think I ever tried to hide like burping or farting. But I think the first time I farted in front of him, I was asleep. And we were like cuddling. I just fucking farted on him. Like, I ripped one. And he didn't tell me about it for like months. Like, I once just like farted in front of him because I had to. Like, I never actively tried to not. I just like farted in front of him. I was like, oh, I think that's the first time I farted in front of you. He was like, oh, no, it's not. That is not in front of me. Apparently, I fart in my sleep all the time. So it's like totally normal and totally fine. Like, I'm a very open person in my relationships and my emotions and everything like that. Like, if you want to shut up, Maddie. If you want to be with me in even just a friendship or in a relationship, like, you're going to be with all of me. Like, I'm not going to hide myself. I'm not going to change myself because it's nice or because it's convenient or because I don't want you to see me when I'm getting sick. Like, no, like, I'll have conversations with Cody in the bathroom all the time. Like, and we did that even before we lived together. Like, Maddie and I FaceTime every day, and sometimes we continue FaceTiming while we're peeing or while she's in the shower. Like, there's nothing to hide. Like, everyone does it. It's just like, I don't give a shit. Like, I'll fart in front of anyone. Like, I still chuckle when I fart in front of my family because they're like, oh my God, Rachel. And I'm like, who gives a fuck? It's a fart. Everyone farts. It's no big deal. That's my feel.
I remember this one time, the guy that I was dating at the time, like, brought me some beer, and we were just like chugging it for some reason. You know, when you drink beer, you burp. And I remember trying to hide my burp like so hard. Like, I was like, oh no, I'm a lady. I don't burp. Like, notice, he was like, that was you have to burp, just let it out. And it was like funny for both of us. I was like, why do people try to hide this shit? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, and then it's like a funny thing to talk about. Like, who cares? I don't know why it's so like taboo.
Because your old girl and the patriarch made some ridiculous ass rules way back when.
Yeah, some asshole was just like, girls can't burp or do anything.
And then
like vulgar in public, and it just carried on. So stupid.
And then it became like a frat thing, and then it was just like, what the hell is going on? Bang.
I'll talk about poop all day. I don't give a shit.
You gotta ease into it though. I feel like go in.
I'm not gonna be like,
don't rip ass around me the first time like I hang out with you. Like, that would just be weird.
Oh, that's come on, Charles.
No, guys go through that too though. Like, Deja, I don't know if you ever been there though, where you just like, damn, I gotta rip ass. You just hold that shit in the entire time when you're chilling with a female.
No.
If it's not someone, is that true love when you can fart around somebody?
No.
Maybe. I was about
to say
either that or you could be around somebody and you haven't taken a shower in a whole day and they still want to have sex with you.
Did you never held a fart and you just rip ass out here?
No. No, Charles, I'm gonna be completely honest. I've gotten so good at controlling the fart and letting it ease out. Bro, I'm telling you, it's a technique, right? And I'm telling you when I tell you this, right? So it's like you gradually unclench and clench your anus.
Also, you squeeze really tight and then let loose. That's what you're saying.
Bro, so but you gotta do it while you're the trick is
Scary
the
movie
trick
2
is
reference.
the trick is you gotta do it while you're walking, right? It's challenging to do it while you're sitting, but if you're sitting, you gotta go like this constantly. And you gotta get up. I'm showing you gotta get up on your seat. You know what I'm saying? Bro,
I'm saying when hold on, I'm saying like when y'all laying down chilling, and then you're just like, damn, I really gotta just fucking drop a fat like fart right now.
So
You don't get up and just be like, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Give a little warning first, or you don't.
Oh yeah, I'd be like,
I
hey,
mean-
yo, I'm about to fart, and then I let it loose. At that point, I'm like Rachel though, but like
When
you
it-
know,
when
if
it's
you're
somebody
confident,
when it's somebody you love, then you can just do it. Fuck
But I was gonna say,
Doesn't
like
matter.
Deji, I feel like it's maybe different for us because like we have like stomach problems. Like you're lactose intolerant. I'm intolerant to fucking everything under the sun. I have a lot of food allergies. Like I'm more okay and vocal about bodily functions in front of people because like I can't help it. Like I am intolerant to a lot of food. So I'm gonna be a very gassy person. Like that's just gonna happen. So maybe we're just like kind of conditioned to
Bruh.
be more okay with it because it's something we experience more frequently.
Daisy is capping, bro. There's no way you've had a fart that you know is gonna be a bad one. You're just like, yo, I'm about to let loose right now. It's
Well, I have a question.
I
Do you,
said-
like,
but
rip
I don't-
do you like
I don't
rip
fart.
farts in front of your friends as you do tests? Like it's the same? Or do you like
yes,
not rip in front of
if
people?
you live
off
with me in
rip,
college,
off rip. You did that.
yes,
First night of chilling.
Are you talking about my friends, my day ones, my local legends, my local legends, literally local legends? I can give you a story right now where I literally was farting so bad because of the cafeteria's burritos that like you could smell the burrito in my ass. So I could give you that local legend moment if you really want to. Let's not.
We'll
let's not go
save
far.
that for that.
Amazing.
I'm
telling
saying
you.
like, there's no way first date you
And
just
it's
I'm about to
weird.
rip ass right now.
It's
just
weird.
rip a fat fucking
I'm gonna
fart,
be-
bro. I
I'm
just
gonna
don't
be
see
really
that happen.
honest. I'm gonna be really honest. It's weird because all my farts smell spicy. So when I'm down bad, it smells like I had like cayenne, chipotle, something. It's not good. It's
The hot
really not.
sauce. The hot sauce.
I
is
love
just
me some
like-
hot sauce.
Yeah.
I got
It's
this
a
new
gift
thing.
and a curse. It's a
Maybe
gift and a
I'm
curse.
like
bro.
fortunate and was comfortable with Cody doing like bodily functions because we were friends first.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
get
We were
that. I
like we
get
were
that.
really good friends. I mean, not for like a long time. We were really good friends for like maybe like 2 months before we started dating. But we were like really good friends and we were very comfortable around each other. So I think that probably helped. But yeah, because like in my old relationships, I didn't just like rip ass. But that was also like I said, I got to the age of like 18 or 19 and I was like, you know what, everyone fucking farts. Everyone shits. Like, why do I care being a lady about it? Like, I don't give a shit. But
I think I'm with Rachel. But at a very young age, I literally made a conviction in my mind. I said, I'm gonna live in my truth. And you know, that's just part of it. I'm a human being, dog. You know, if I bust my ass on the ice, guess what I'm gonna sit? Oh, guess what I'm gonna do?
I just feel like I've
I'm
seen
gonna
you
laugh
do
at
that
myself.
before.
I'm gonna laugh at myself. when I literally was stuck in the snow the other day, laughed at myself. You know
Damn,
what I'm saying?
Deji, that brought me back to a memory. As youngins running through the neighborhood. I think you were there the first time I got my fucking tongue stuck on a fucking frozen bowl, man.
Was I? I can
I
remember.
feel like you were.
I remember
That
the
was
time.
fucked.
I remember the time you jumped
No
off the
taste
roof.
buds.
I
No
remember
taste.
the-
Oh, whoa, what roof?
Red Circle's roof.
Oh, shit.
That's another local legend boat. That's another local legend. That's another local legend boat.
Nobody
gotta
needs to
keep
know
that
about that.
We need to keep that in the vault.
Nobody needs to know about that.
What's the next question? All right. What's your favorite love story? Well, we're coming to the end, so that's
I
why
was like, how many more questions we got? Damn.
No, we wrapping up. This is gonna lead to something.
I'm just playing. I don't really care. We could be here for 5 hours and I'd be here. Favorite love story.
Or love
like
movie.
people we know?
No, it could be no. Let's do
Or like a movie.
Let's do movies, cinema, entertainment, because that's.
I'm gonna
easier.
go with The Notebook. The Notebook. I know it's mad like cliche to say, but I don't care. I love that movie.
I agree. That's like my favorite movie.
Like, come on, man.
Fuck, God, I don't know. Trying to think of like no matter what, like if it's on, like I'll always watch it. Like I'll always turn it on. Is probably. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I really like Dirty Dancing.
Wow, you sound like Austin.
Okay. But I also I just like dancing, so I just like that aspect of. But I don't know. I feel like there's something like very like a cliche romance of it like being like a forbidden love. Like I think there's always
I like that.
Like that always like hits. It'll always do well. It'll always perform well. Just like the forbidden. And I mean, even like the Notebook, it's like a forbidden love. Like I think.
Can I make a guess before Daisy says his answer?
Sure, go ahead.
I think it's Twilight. I think that's your answer.
Twilight is my answer?
Twilight. Let's talk about Twilight.
Twilight is my answer?
Let's talk about it.
Sure.
You guys knew me in middle school. Let's talk about it.
Let's just say this. I don't remember the characters, but I felt like
we all watched those movies really just to get girls as guys. That's insane.
I didn't read a book. I barely watched the movie.
We watched all those movies just to be up to date with that shit.
I know that the main character, Bella, I felt like she should have went with the werewolves because she felt like she had more family. That was more of a family feel than the vampires. That's all I took away.
It's just another example of nice guys finish last. That's all that is, man.
I could talk so much about Twilight, but
okay, we're not gonna get into the Twilight deep
dive. Maddie, what's your favorite love movie?
She said.
She said The Notebook.
Like The Notebook.
You said The Notebook? Okay, cool. I guess.
I also really like the show How I Met Your Mother. I know a lot of people don't like that. It's a great show.
Oh, that's a great show. What do you mean? That's a classic.
There's a lot of hate for it on the internet, and I just.
That's one of the few
TV show love because I have one that's so good.
Well, if it's not Derek and Meredith, I don't want to hear it because that's the only TV love that I stand.
It's
when
David and Patrick from Schitt's Creek have the most beautiful story.
That's a good one. It's
so good. Like Cody and I just watched the finale. Oh my god! I cried. I love their love story because it's so relevant to accepting the LGBTQ community, and they talk about coming out and just stereotypes on their relationships, and they're navigating this new life together. It's just it's beautiful because it feels real and it feels
relevant. I like that. So I have 3, which is weird.
Oh my god, we just pick one out of the 3 because we only said one.
Okay, so 1 is fairly new, and I like it until the end. Queen and Slim. I just thought that was phenomenal.
Never seen it.
Jump in the Broom. It's another one. And then my 3rd one is an anime, Tokyo Ghoul, Ken Kaneki, and I'm trying to remember the girl's name. What's the girl's name, Charles?
Tokyo Ghoul.
Bro,
really?
I'm telling you, their love story was beautiful, Charles. What was the name of her? What was the name of that girl that got married to Ken Kaneki?
I don't know. I don't watch Tokyo.
Toya?
Garbage the fuck out of here, man.
Well, anyways, that's my favorite.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Weeb talk.
I wasn't acknowledging you because I know in my head that love story.
No, I never finished it. So, it's just
right. See, you don't know.
If it was a good love story, then it is what it is.
Okay. All right. Now, my final question. It's going to be the hardest hitting one, y'all. Was Rose in love with Jack?
No.
And if she was, why the hell didn't she just let this man on the piece of wood?
Wait. What are we talking about? Rose, Jack? What are we doing?
The Titanic.
Oh my God. That's what I thought you were talking about. And I was like, is this cat fucking serious? Right? You said on the pizza wood.
No. Why did she not let this man on the piece of wood?
Why didn't they take turns? That's fucked up.
That would have been true love if they took turns. Let's be real.
She didn't love him. That was just
No,
You're
it
my
wasn't
li-
love. It was
you're my little boy.
infatuation. It was lust. She was
Exactly.
experiencing the other side of life where it's more free than like the strict society that she was raised in. She didn't love him. She was in lust.
Wow, she let this man's die in the what ocean? It was the Atlantic, or was it the Pacific?
No, I think it was the Atlantic.
It was the top of the Atlantic, closer to fucking the colder part of it, right?
It was
Mhm.
cold. That's all I know.
I mean, the ocean in general is cold as hell, Charles. But yes.
I think
I
it's-
don't know.
Was it the Arctic Ocean?
No, it was
like,
the Atlantic.
It was
It was
Atlantic.
definitely not the
it was
Arctic.
going from like
It'd
New
be straight
York
up.
to like London or vice versa.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
I don't know shit about the Titanic except it crashed.
I watched
and
that movie.
Scenes as a little kid were kind of funny when people were falling off. As messed up.
I watched that movie more times than I like to count, and it really is just Rose is like, I'm gonna have fun before I get married,
Mhm.
and then like she was doing everything that she wanted to that she couldn't do with her husband because her husband was boring.
Jack was a
He wasn't. No, he was boring. He was a controlling,
simp.
manipulative piece
Oh,
of
No, he was
my
boring.
God.
He was boring. He was
He
boring.
was a simp.
She
He
should
died.
not have married him. I will say that.
But Jack was in his bag, bro. He's
Bro,
talking about,
Jack was a
Jack-
simp. I
What he
can't
was
respect
doing.
him.
No, Jack was not a simp. Jack was like, go ahead, let me draw
He
you.
died
real
on a.
quick. And then
He
he
died
said,
in the
Jack was like,
ocean
Jack
for
was,
her. Some girl he
wasn't-
just met on that cruise. Talking about he
but
ain't
he
a simp.
got everything he wanted before he died, right? He said, girl, go ahead and lay down
Do you
on the
think
couch
Jack was in love with Rose?
naked.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think you would.
No.
He died. How are you gonna say he wasn't? He died in the ocean for her. That's love.
No, because he's a good guy.
Because he's a good.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, when you try to be a good guy, you will do some shit you never did before.
What?
Just because you're trying to keep that rep.
That's a
Just 'cause you
simp. That's simp. That's simp.
That's not simp.
I can't do this temp conversation again.
That's
I can't
bigger
do it.
simping.
Charles. Charles.
How is that not simping, bro? You
That
just
is
met the girl
literally-
on a cruise. Y'all been on a. Actually, we don't know the
But
time
back-
frame of
you gotta think about the
Titanic of that movie.
You got to
The
think about the
Titanic took
time
months
period.
to get to where they were trying to go. But
You got to
I'm
think
just
about the
saying.
time period. Chivalry was like the biggest thing for men. So
He
was
drew her
being-
naked in a goddamn. No, what are we talking about, man? Talk about
First of
chivalry.
all, first
Talk
of
about
all,
chivalry.
first of all, Rose was the one who suggested to take off her clothes.
I
My
know,
man
but I'm
Jack.
saying he did it though. He did the damn deed. He drew her naked. We talk about chivalry.
Yeah. Wait,
If he was wondering, he'd be like, "I could never
She-
put your
she
clothes
took
back
the
on."
lead on all of it though. She's the one that led him to the car. She was the one that was like, "I want you to draw me like one of your French girls." Like he
Exactly.
didn't put her in
Yo.
any situation that she didn't want to be in the first place.
That's what I'm saying.
I
He was
got
very chivalrous.
mad
He didn't take advantage of.
for Rose now looking at this because she played the fuck out of him that entire time.
Yes.
She got him to sacrifice his life after knowing her for fucking 2 months max.
Yeah, that's better than a Birkin bag. That's better than a
Jesus.
Birkin bag. That's better.
Rose the God. Shout out to her, man. Shout
Rose
out
was
to
out
that
here.
fictional character. Well, real character, but I don't know. Was she fictional? Was she
Oh.
real? Do we not know that?
I was gonna say The Great Gatsby, but that was more of like a.
That is not no love story. What are we talking about here?
Never mind.
Right?
Whoa.
It's complicated.
It's
But
a
I would
complicated.
say there's a solid love component to it. One of the thematic elements, if we shall go there.
Hmm.
But it's not.
don't
I
know.
wouldn't say it's one of the the great love stories. You know,
It was an entanglement. That's what we could call it.
I like that. I
It
like
was an
that.
entanglement of love. That's all it
I like
was. It was great though. It was great.
You know what's a beautiful love story? Neo and Trinity. That's a beautiful love story. I just had to call back the Matrix because we said life was a simulation yesterday.
Neo and Trinity. That's a good one.
All right, guys. I feel
I
like
wanted to say Simba and Nala, but I don't want to be classified as like a furry or something. So we could just move on.
why would that classify you as a furry?
because they're
It's
Lions.
based on.
Hey, it's a world
it's
world
based
out
on
here now,
people.
Rachel. I'm just letting you know. It's a real world out here.
You could just say
No.
Hamlet.
That's
Based on Hamlet.
that's kind of a good definition of love to me if you look at it. I mean, like you leave your hometown, you come back, there's still that sweetheart that you cared
Oh.
about. Come on, man.
you
That's a
said
great
that.
love story.
You said the perfect thing that sparked my brain. The most perfect relationship I've ever seen of love is from my number one favorite show. I talk about it all the time. Steven Universe. Garnet. What?
They just had to get that shit off.
I had to get it off because you said it, and I was like, how can I not say it? Garnet from Steven Universe. If y'all know that character, that is the embodiment of love. That's all I have to say. Let me get that off. And with that, I feel like it's a wrap. You know, wow. Did I just rhyme? I do it sometimes.
I feel like I was flicking
Did I do it again? Okay, let's do these outros and let's get up out the way. So who would like to go first?
Well,
I'm gonna
Maddie,
save mine for last.
Let's let our guest go first. Let's let our guest do the honors. Oh, can you hear me?
Say it again.
Oh, I said you should go first. Your closing thoughts, closing statement.
Oh, on love?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm too young for this shit. That's
I love.
I'll think about it when I'm 30. We'll circle back.
I feel that. I really see how y'all are friends. I really see it. It's more and more. That's all I'll say.
I am most friend in love with Rachel. That's my goal.
Hey. Oh, she did it.
She did the hey.
The little Uzi shoulder shrug. You know what I'm saying? Who's next?
But did you say you want to go last, Charles?
Yeah, I'm definitely going last.
Okay. Well, anyway. What do I have to say? I have plenty of things to say. Like, I have lots of opinions on everything. We all know this. But I think my closing thing is don't compare love. It's not comparable. It's not comparable against anything, against anyone. A new relationship against a previous relationship. Don't invalidate others' feelings, and don't let others invalidate your feelings. What you're feeling is very real. And it should be treated with, I was gonna sound so cheesy. It should be treated with respect. Like you feel what you feel. Nothing can change that, nor should it. Love is a wonderful thing. I hope everyone in the world gets to experience it in some capacity at some point in their life. Yeah, just don't try and invalidate other people's feelings and compare relationships, because love is it's ever changing. Sure. Yeah, we'll end on that.
Well said.
Love. Tough Shit by Rachel Stonebreaker, whatever she goes by. Are you doing the hyphen?
No. That would be the longest name ever. Are you kidding me?
Wouldn't be that long.
Rachel Marie Berggren Stonebreaker. That's too many, like, no.
That's a long one right there.
You said that pretty smooth, though. That's all right. Is my go? Okay, yeah. My go. I'm going to leave you with this because I spoke about Garnet from Steven Universe. Her character is a fusion of two gems. One of them is sapphire. The other one is a ruby. And they explain their union as, we love each other so much that our love couldn't be contained, so we fused together. So that's how I would like you to think about love.
That's cute.
That's why I love Steven Universe.
All right, Charles.
All right. Classic Swakage outro, whether you're up somewhere high, down low, somewhere off in the middle, just looking for love, just know, if you ain't got this face back here looking for the Lombardi trophy like this man's right here, though, then don't be looking for love. All right, I'm going to leave it at that.
Wait,
I know Daisy is mad.
We have to do something. I can't
this is the definition of love right here. Come on,
I can't end on that nonsense. I can't end on that nonsense. So for that, I'm gonna just sing it out. I guess we found love. Ride with you, sideways, ride with you. I guess we found love. Love is for the way you look.
Oh my God. His son is a little kid. What are we doing?
is for
What are
the
we doing
only-
here? Oh my God, yo.
Yeah, that's a bit much. But I just wanted to do that because we can't end on this man. This man is
Sorry, you hate on him because he wins the most, just like people do with LeBron every time he goes to the finals. Just like people do with Jordan. It is what it is. I don't care.
L is for the way you look at me.
Maddie, I love you so much.
O is for the only one I see.
Hey, man. Y'all got to talk to y'all community about that. That's not a me problem. I like Tom Brady, the football player.
E. What is E?
Is even more than anything you adore.
And that is love. That's all I have to give to you.
I'm gonna wrap it.
Okay, can we just cut this shit off? I'm tired of hearing this man
For
say
all the
some
times,
bullshit.
for the,
Ruin
all the
my
times,
outro. Ruin my
Let me say,
outro.
all I have to say is, I know you thought I didn't know. Who's that song by Frank Sinatra?
I don't know.
I thought you know. I
That
just
is
want to
Frank
let you know.
Sinatra. That is Frank Sinatra, my friend.
I just want to let y'all know. My bag is deep. Saw that I just brought out some Frank Sinatra for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Pause.
All right, I'm gonna end it now. Goodbye.